Good afternoon, I'm Daniel O'Day. Member for Clare, John Cobb, is relieved after the Federal Liberal Party elected not to conduct a leadership spill yesterday morning. In response to wavering confidence in Prime Minister Tony Abbott, a leadership spill went before a vote yesterday morning, with 39 in favour and 61 against. After being confident last week a leadership spill would not go ahead, Mr Cobb is relieved, saying Australians would be horrified if the party followed Labor's example. However, he admits the opinion polls are a good reflection of lost support, but believes the party can bounce back. Member for Orange, Andrew G, applauds the New South Wales Liberals and Nationals for announcing their pre-election commitment to boosting the isolated patient travel and accommodation assistance scheme on the weekend. The scheme, which subsidises accommodation and travel costs for patients who cannot get treated close to home, will be increased to cover more of these costs. Mr G says these boosts will take some of the stress off patients who have to travel a long way for treatment.
Really, for country patients, it's very stressful dealing with medical treatments, and that stress is only compounded when you have to travel distances and you've got costs involved to travel, costs involved in accommodation, particularly in places like Sydney. And now the budget's back in black, we can actually afford to loosen the purse string and boost initiatives like this.
Orange City Councillor Glenn Taylor is pushing for council to devise a new traffic plan to help traffic congestion on Forest Road and at the intersection of Gardiner and Paisley Streets. At Tuesday night's council meeting, Councillor Taylor recommended a number of changes to the streets south of the city, including the installation of traffic lights at the Gardiner and Paisley Street intersection and addressing curbside parking issues. Councillor Taylor says large volumes of traffic congesting in the city's south can no longer be ignored. Orange City Council is currently working on traffic issues in North Orange and will need to look at infrastructure costs before any changes can be made. Following Forbes Mayor Ron Penny's unfortunate resignation at the end of last week, the mayoral election has been fast-tracked to ensure he can attend. Councillor Penny decided to resign last week after his health made him unable to represent the Forbes community as mayor. Acting Forbes Mayor Graham Miller says he called the election as early as possible following Councillor Penny's request to attend.
I called the election at the earliest time within the government regulations. Because of Ron's ill health, it was his wish that he could attend, so I'm going along with Ron's last request, so he's able to attend the meeting and vote for his successor. Ron is leaving a great legacy for this town, and I will continue it to the best of my ability.
Councillor Miller will put his hand up for the position, but it is currently unknown if any other councillors will oppose him. To sport now, and in cricket, Bathurst City have knocked the City Colts from the lead in their weekend Bathurst District Cricket Association first grade clash at the sports ground. The Colts came a close 14 runs from City's first innings total of 159, but this didn't get them close enough to win the match. City Colts have been on top of the table for almost the last 6 weeks, but after the scores are calculated, this win will most likely see Bathurst City back in first spot. Orange's Jason Belmonte made history yesterday, becoming the first person ever to win the United States Bowling Congress Masters title in 3 consecutive years. After qualifying second for the stepladder finals, Belmonte took down Pete Webber in the semi-finals before beating AJ Johnson for the title. Belmonte will roll to make history again at the Tournament of Champions tomorrow when he tries to become the first person to win both the titles in consecutive years. You're up to date with 2MCE Local News, which is produced and presented by journalism students at Charles Sturt University. I'm Daniel.